Kicking off this evening's activist report, we have a young man who is always on the airwaves making his contribution. Let me say a pleasant good evening to Kingsley. Good evening, Kingsley.
Let me say good evening to you, Mikee K.
Yes, indeed. And to all the folks who are locked on. Local government elections is over. We have the results. I'm sure you heard Khadija Amin and you heard NTA's
Yes.
Dr. Kevin Saran. And according to Jack Warner, which is good, he said, of course, that the UNC are really the winners. He said the one seat in the Sandy Grande and of course the seats in Mayaro and the UNC one seats in San Fernando and almost swept the corridor with numbers. He said he's thrilled and saying this is a good foundation for 2025. What is your analysis moving forward?
I think that Austin Aquana was on point. He was very right in his statement to us that after we fight an election without resources to return the 7th seat to the UNC, I think that the UNC did well. Because, Mikey, as you know, we did not have the resources like the PNM. We spend money. Mikey, as we know, that candidates who never went up for the election didn't have materials to pitch road, to give hampers, to give grant. So I think that the UNC, what campaign with less money, with no money, to return our 7th seat under a party who was spending millions of dollars, I think that the UNC is ready for general election.
As far as the message, do you believe that the message resonated with the people, it connected with the people?
I think it connected with the people, but Mikey, I must say but. If you analyze this thing well, PNM people fix it rowdy, and they hold back the vote. That is a PNM narrative right you. If they vex with the party, they don't go out and support the next party. And that's why we get this low turnout. Because they say, okay, we voted for Rowdy, and that is the behavior of some of us. That is why we're in this position today. So if these people who was vexed with Rowdy and this chatted with Rowdy, why did not go out and vote? And the question must be asked. Because is it the storm on the race and they can't just put a next leader there who will look like them? Because the ones of them who hold back the vote is PNM. So I am seeing that I hope in the next 2-3 months in the coming up that our party will start back the Monday night report. And I'm asking for Austin Jack Warner and Gary Griffith to be a part of that Monday night report, what we have every Monday night, Mikee K.
Let me ask you as well, and as you said that, they stayed home, but a PNM talk show host made it quite clear that the party was not popular, that the party wasn't liked, and I think that those are the sentiments that you are echoing. But what he said was the people gravitated to the candidates. Apparently that was the dynamics of it, the candidates. Are there any new dynamics that the UNC would have to use or need to put in place moving forward to 2025?
I think that the machine is well and all, but sometimes you just have to grease it down more to make it move a little faster. But the machine is well, and then I think that the UNC, as I said, Mikey, I don't want to give out what I think that the UNC should do in the public domain because I am a UNC and I am a team player. I do not watch my team in the public. So if I see I fought, I'm going to text my political leader media, I'm going to text the MP, I'm going to text the senators or the councillors and try to get a voice for them to speak what is the issue. But what I can say, yes, our machine is functioning, but it always needs a little more oil.
Yeah. You're saying basically you're not going to play out anything in the public domain.
What I believe is I'm not going to do that, Mikey, because I'm a team player. I'm not going to give no PNM no rope to run with.
Now, one of the things you said is that it is difficult for the UNC to win in places like Laventille. But quite shockingly, there was a bit of a splitting of those votes. I mean, at a percentage where the UNC made some inroads. Do you believe that we're starting to see the beginning of something new?
I think yes. I think the people's country will change. I think yes, these areas of Laventille, Bitam, David Martin. I think that yes, they will change, but I think that they don't, because it's the young people. Because we cannot base on the elderly people in the communities of these right now call, but it's to get them out. It is to get them out to go out and vote. So now I'm saying today, nobody who will vote cannot talk to me about politics.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that the next day you have to go out and work the same day. I don't want to hear that. Because you can't run the country. You must come up with either somebody who you feel can run the country. You can't say everybody's same. Everybody's not the same. Everybody can't be the same. I do not believe that. You see how people say all man want and all woman want? No. All man don't want and all woman don't want. Everybody cannot be the same.
All right, and you believe that we're seeing something different. Closing comments, go right ahead.
Mikey, my closing comments is to tell my UNC family, hold your head high. The cold is still low. We're still talking about bread and butter. I am saying this, Mikey. Our party is stronger. In the last 8 years under Kamala Persad, many Africans joining the party of the UNC. Many Africans. And I'm saying this. No one will be saying that we mustn't celebrate our popular votes, our seat we win for 20 something years, our new seat and then what we get. We should celebrate that because we work hard. We work hard without any resources. And as I close, I tell all these people who want to come out and watch the dirty linens in the public, for pay them to hear, only pay them agent. And once this opposing Kamala Persad and the UNC, I'm going to call Ole out. I'm going to embarrass Ole, because they will not make our party remain in opposition. Because it's Ole who is today. Because Mikey, people crying for Grandy, People say, we lost Grandy in the PNM. PNM people disenchanted and vexed how Dr. Roddy died. But there's not coming out, Mikey, another time, but there's not coming out in the public and doing what I see some people is doing. I put only a notice. I'm going to embarrass you. I'm going to shame you. Politically, I'm going to embarrass you and shame you and expose you anyway. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you so much, Kingsley. All right, that's the first one. Thank you so much, Kingsley, for weighing in on that issue. Very serious young man about that, making it quite clear that whatever is done has to be done in a manner of respect and behind closed doors. So that we do have up next David John, who is also from the Grassroots Foundation. He has, I believe, he was one of the first, or if I'm not, well, he'll tell us as far as UNC counselor in Arima. Pleasant good evening to you, David John. You're on the Observer. Thank you so much. Let me get this correct. You were the lone UNC counselor in Arima some years ago, right?
Yes, 1996 to 1999, Mikey.
That's right. Okay. Let me ask you, let me dive right into this. What's your take? Give us your perspective. I mean, the dust is settling on the local government elections 2023, and give us your take on it.
Okay, Mikey, I listened I took time taking the campaign from the parties.
You're breaking up. Stay one, please. Go ahead.
And Dr. Rowley, in the last rally, stated that in San Grande, there are 3 candidates of the UNC that had questions over their head, and police, they were in the minds of the police. He tried to tell people that the UNC have corrupt candidates. And according to what you said a while ago, a host mentioned that they knew that the PNM wasn't liked, but people gravitated to the candidates. Now, if in Sandy Grande, you have 3 UNC candidates that had questions, and the PNM candidates were real spick and span, they were flawless. Who the people gravitated to? This is one of my questions. Apart from that, Mikey, you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Go ahead, quickly.
Lovely. Apart from that, the UN and the PNM boasted that they were the only party that contested all of the seats. And they're correct, because the UNC contested less seats than the PNM and the LGE. But the UNC got 37,000 more votes, 37 more votes than the PNM, while they contested less seats. So what is Dr. Rowley's argument? He went on to say, at the night of the results, he went on to say, okay, the UNC won the boroughs, but we won the cities. Mikey and Trinidad and Tobago only have 2 cities, so we need to see you. The thing about it is, we have to understand that you cannot take the word of Dr. Rowley. Dr. Rowley went on in saying that he is an honest man. Anytime he says something and what he said is wrong, he will apologize.
Yeah.
Dr. Rowley never apologized with email date. He never apologized with the closing of Petrotrin.
But David, let me ask you this. Looking at it now, you know, as far as all the inroads and everything that has made, what is your take as far as 2025? I mean, moving forward, a lot of inroads were made by the UNC, but yet still the dynamics for the PNM seems to be getting those candidates that people would gravitate to, although they are not happy with the party. So what needs to be done moving forward? Quickly.
What we need to do, Mikey, is to continue to unify the nation. And the UNC was born out of the concept of unity. And we are seeing now that other parties are willing to come on board to unify the country. I think what is instructive in going forward in the unification is that it has to be very transparent, so that the populace, the electorate, can see and understand the whole concept of the coming together. So that this time, coming together, we must come together with a proper formula for unification.
All right. David, I want to thank you so much for that. Of course, we are going to have another platform, and we're definitely going to have you on. Thank you so much, and keep up the good work. Best of luck to you and your team. Thank you.
And good night, Trinidad and Tobago. Yellow is the code.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And that was David John, also from the Grassroots Foundation, weighing in on, his take on moving forward. So thank you so much. We do have, of course, up next PNM's Barry Garcia, who I'm sure has a lot to say in all of this. Pleasant good evening to you, Mr. Garcia.
Good evening, Mikee K.
Yes, always a pleasure having you on. Very insightful with some of your analysis. Tell us, the dust is settling on the local government election 2023, and quickly, what's your take on all that transpired?
The outlook of 2023 local government election is not good. It's not good. If we have 1 million electorates, and we could only gather 30% of that in a local government election heading towards a general election, that says that both parties are very unpopular. And more so, the PNM only got 130,000 votes. The UNC got 171 or 72,000 votes. I am looking at the whole dynamics of everything. The UNC was making inroads into San Fernando. They continue to make inroads into San Fernando. The PNM has made inroad into Princestown. They have gotten 1 seat into Princestown. They have gotten 1 seat in Mayaro. And the dynamics of the politics, there is not a much shift either way. So I am a bit concerned that the voting population is a bit wary of both the PNM and the UNC. NTA came on board and NTA do nothing, NTA say nothing, Pepe say nothing, Chakwana say nothing. So there is a disconnect between the both parties, and they have to get the act together. Now, I being a PNM, I will be very harsh for the PNM. Okay? I am very harsh for the PNM. The PNM has to get its act together. And the PNM has to come down from on that high there on, get on the ground, and deal with the people. Now, when things are not reaching the people, the government of the day has to take responsibility for that. And I am sounding the alarm bells to the PNM. If you continue on this road, 2025 you will disappear. Secondly, the UNC has to clean house. The UNC has to do some introspection also. And the PNM also has to do introspection.
Well, let me interject here, Barry. When you talk about the PNM needs to do some introspection, I mean, a man like Terry Rondon, who has served for so many years, said the results that took place in Sandy Grande was like a dagger through his heart. I mean, that's a powerful statement.
But that's the same feeling I have for San Fernando, Mikey. That's a very sad feeling I am having for San Fernando. We moved from 9-0 to 6-3 to 5-4. Something is wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm very much concerned about that.
All right. Barry, I want to thank you. Time is up, and I want to thank you so much. We will, of course, have another platform for the activists.
Let me get together for a coffee and have a chat. You're hiding from me. What are you doing that for?
Thank you so much, Barry. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much.